Hello everybody, welcome to Harvey Adelson's Evidence Part 3, and I'll be playing Parts 1 and 2 at the end of this video. In this video, I'll be looking at the state's witnesses who I think might have something to say about Harvey Adelson and his involvement in the murder of Dan Markel. I think everybody is looking forward to hearing what Robert Adelson, the oldest Adelson son, has to say about Donna Adelson in her upcoming trial, and there will probably be motions to try to limit his testimony, but it would be interesting what he has to say about his father, Harvey Adelson, and his possible involvement. And he has spoken to the podcast Wondery about his estrangement from his family, the Adelsons. Another witness I think that people are looking forward to hearing in Donna's trial is Scott Radius, and this is the person that Donna allegedly called before she left for Vietnam. And this was one of Charlie's friends who is a nightclub owner in Vietnam, and someone that Charlie traveled there with to the Philippines. And I believe it's still unclear whether Donna had spoken to him or whether Harvey had spoken to him too. I know that we all know that Donna and Harvey had one-way tickets to Vietnam. So it would really be interesting to hear what Scott Radius has to say about Harvey. Another thing that will be interesting to see in Donna's trial is the money drop-off, where it was alleged that Donna and Harvey dropped the money off to Charlie and it had just been washed, and Katherine alleged that they were washing the money to, we still don't know why, but it will be interesting to see if Donna denies this money drop-off, if there are cell towers that prove that she was in the vicinity with Harvey Adelson, and this will make Harvey look very bad, even though their defense will probably be that they just thought Charlie was being extorted, blah, 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 and they were too afraid to go to the police. Another thing that I've always been perplexed by is how often Harvey Adelson calls Donna in jail. It is just hundreds and hundreds of phone calls. I thought that he wouldn't be as talkative as Donna was to Charlie, but they talk the most, and the next person that she talks the most to is her lawyer, Jackie Fulford, and she is part of Donna's new defense team. She speaks to Donna the most in the Leon County Jail. I have requested some more of Donna's files. I was unsuccessful in my attempt for December, but I am waiting on some more, so we'll see which motions are filed in the upcoming meetings, and let me send it to parts 1 and 2 of Harvey's evidence. And welcome to Harvey's evidence part 2, and at the end of this video, I'll be showing Harvey's evidence part 1, and we can compile this list. And if I forgot anything, please write in the comments below what you think is evidence concerning Harvey that could be used against him to build a case against him for the murder of Dan Markel, his son-in-law, who was gunned down in his garage in 2014 in a cold-blooded murder, July 18th. And we're all here today because we want justice to proceed, and we want justice for Dan, and we want justice for the Markel family. And in the middle of this video, I'll be sharing the most incriminating evidence so far against Harvey, the Matsuri video, the Matsuri wiretap, and it's very possible that they are wiretapping Harvey's phones right now. And they're also looking at his laptops and phone and iCloud. And it's very, very possible that they're finding incriminating information. So keep the faith, everybody. And I just want to get right to some of the questions that I might have concerning Harvey's evidence and the most incriminating evidence that the state of Florida has against Harvey Adelson. So let's get right into it. I also wanted to just ask you all in the comments below, who do you think Harvey's lawyer is going to be? Is it going to be Marisol Descalzo? Could it be one of Daniel Rashbaum's friends in Miami? Could it be someone that Daniel Rashbaum has suggested? It obviously can't be Daniel Rashbaum. So that's definitely a question that I have. Who is Harvey's lawyer? If anyone knows, throw it in the comments below. So as I mentioned before, I'm going to put the Matsuri wiretap in the middle of this video. And as I had said in part 1, the cash deposits that had flashed on the screen at Charlie's trial and also at Charlie's Arthur hearing of about $25,000 cash deposits. And I got the receipts for that right here. These emails, I believe, are proof that money was changing hands, and much like the $1 million promise to Dan Markel, this family does use money to influence people and win friends. So let's just look at these text message or emails from Donna and Harvey's email. And they did give Charlie a lot of money suspiciously. Stay tuned for those emails in Donna's trial as well. So of course we know these jail calls from Donna, mostly Donna or Charlie calling Donna, but Harvey was on the phone quite a bit of these calls. It definitely looks a little sus that Charlie is speaking so much to his co-conspirators, aka Harvey and Donna. No calls to Wendi to date as far as my research goes or anyone else's, but there was a part of these jail calls where Donna was on the phone. I believe it was the, I call it the butt dial, or the call where she did not hang up the phone. Donna says, "He is not holding up well. I have to talk to the repair guy." And I believe that that repair guy was code for possibly Wendi or one of their lawyers. And I believe that they use this repair guy as code for, just like they did for the TV repair guy. So that's just my 2 cents right there. But Harvey's not holding up well. I wonder why he's not holding up well. We'll have to see. So anyway, also something kind of incriminating was him having Daniel Rashbaum as his lawyer, and this family really kind of stays together. And I don't think that that's anything that the court will argue, but we all know that they've been working with Daniel Rashbaum since 2016, when they claimed that they were, that Charlie came clean about the extortion to his family or something of that nature. So we'll have to see what Donna's version of this story will be. Also, avoiding the deposition for Charlie's trial just made him and Donna look very suspect. It just was not very, they were not forthcoming with this deposition. They kept moving the date around. I think a lot of you remember that. That just looked very, very guilty to all of us. And then Donna has been calling Harvey incessantly in jail. And while they are still married, it's just a very bad look for Harvey to be communicating with Donna so frequently when it's very much speculated that he will be next to be arrested. And also fleeing with Donna with a packed suitcase on a one-way ticket allegedly to Vietnam. I don't assume that he was planning to come back at all, and this was Donna's idea, I guess, or maybe it was his idea. Stay tuned, everyone. They're probably wiretapping their cell phones as we speak and listening to, I mean, obviously they're listening to it in the jail when he's talking to Charlie, talking to Donna, so they're already recording those phone calls. It's just a matter of time before something comes through on a text, maybe with him and Wendi. So just stay tuned for that. And then also they have subpoenaed his laptop and all of his iCloud information and his apps and everything. So, once again, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Donna will have her day in court. And if Harvey's arrested, he'll have his day in court to argue all of these things. And I just did some research. The oldest inmate in Florida is 93 years old. So there are facilities with hospitals and great treatment. So don't worry. They'll take really good care of him, and he can have a job and make a little money. All right, let's go ahead and send it to the Matsuri video, and then I'll share part 1, Harvey's evidence, after that.
sounds like that. And I know they wouldn't talk to her. I was surprised they didn't come to me. One or the other. One or the other, but the woman's usually the weaker choice. You know, someone that's going to give in, so it is what it is. That's what Katie agreed. Yeah. So yeah, so that's where you're at. I think it's, I actually think it's you know in some way, somebody, they had to reach out, they have to do something. They have to listen, if they ask you a question, yes or no, someone's just going to say no. So there has to be some kind of tactic to come in to the introduction, you know, where it's like, it makes sense, it really does. I didn't think they were that smart. And the funny thing is, I'll take it. Yeah, thank you. Hey, you gotta say, listen, if 50% of people want to cooperate, why would you not? Like, because it's the attitude of, all right, I'll pay to make it go away, but it's utter nonsense. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. And I'm just going to jump right into Harvey's evidence. And I have dragged my feet on this video for a while because I really wasn't quite sure about Harvey's guilt or innocence, because everything just seemed to be focused on Wendi, Donna, and Charlie with the most evidence. I also, in the past, had misheard when Mentour Lawyer had posted the old Matsuri video. I heard something totally different. I thought that they were unaware that they were being recorded, and I heard what I thought to be Harvey saying, I hope they find who did it. So that led me to believe that Harvey was kind of in the dark. And until recently, until on the 9th of September, I totally have changed my mind about Harvey and his guilt or innocence, but everyone should get their day in court. But thank you guys so much for everyone's posts on that community post that I asked you guys what you thought were the most incriminating evidence concerning Harvey Adelson in the Dan Markel murder. And boy, did you guys ever deliver. I thought I had maybe a list of like 5 or 6 things, but I think I have about 9 or 10. Let's just go through them. And honestly, this really helps me to organize in my mind all of the state's evidence that we know of concerning Harvey Adelson to this day. When we listen to the FBI wiretaps, we get a little bit of insight into the Adelson family and their thoughts and feelings surrounding the post-murder and how they were dealing with the bump from the FBI. Another thing that shows Harvey's aggression and short temper, I believe, is a police report where Charlie Adelson had felt like he had been harassed by another male, and Harvey had kind of intimidated this other male, and it is said that Harvey has a history of aggression, and Lady Cymbeline had also reminded me of that there are sources saying that Harvey does have a history of aggression and how he approaches his business and his family. It's really crazy that, Harvey would approve of that $1 million offer to Dan, and Got Donuts had reminded me of that. Cut up the $1 million in thirds from Donna, Harvey, and Charlie to offer to Dan to stay, for him to move down to South Florida or let the kids go down to South Florida. It's pretty crazy if he'd be offering $1 million that, murder probably doesn't seem too outside of the realm of possibility if you're willing to give $1 million of your hard-earned cash. Also, many of you had agreed that the calls from Sigfredo to Harvey and also the calls from Katie to Harvey, I believe on July 1st, are just exactly the thing that this case needed. It was the one thing that tied the Adelsons to the actual murderers was the call to Harvey. So it looks very suspicious, and we still to this day don't know why. It was said that it was a wrong number that was supposed to have gone to Charlie Adelson, but many of us are asking questions about those phone calls right now. Also, in the Arthur hearing, I heard something about cash deposits of about $25,000 to Charlie. This is new evidence that I've never heard of. I believe it was like $100K and $25K. That was text messages from Harvey to Charlie. So stay tuned for more information on that. Also, these consecutive checks written from the Adelson Institute from Donna to Katherine, those seem very suspect, and it's hard to believe that Harvey did not know what was going on, that Katie was getting paid and who she was, or why those checks were even being authorized. Also, the gifts of Katherine's car did belong to Harvey Adelson. It was a Lexus sedan, I believe like the early 2000s. And also, I believe there was another offer of a boat, which I don't think Katherine had the time or even wanted a boat. Charlie was just kind of throwing vacations and trips and boats and cars at her. It's really hard to believe that Charlie's father wasn't kind of scratching his head like, what's the deal with this girl and why is she getting all these gifts? Seems like he was kind of in on it. Thank you to Jesse Lee for reminding me that in the wiretaps, Harvey was definitely afraid to go to work after the bump. He was not feeling good. And I can't remember whether this was on April 20th of 2016 of the bump or whether it was the April 28th phone call from the FBI to the Adelson Institute. If anyone can remind me in the comments below, I would definitely appreciate it. But he was definitely not feeling really well and not wanting to go to work. I believe it was after the bump on April 20th. Also, he never called the police after the bump. So that's a huge, huge problem. If, you're thinking that this is a suspicious person, wouldn't you want to report them to the police? If they knew anything about the murder of your former son-in-law, wouldn't you want to go to the police if you're being extorted? I just wonder what his answer will be, why he didn't go to the police. 5 reminded me that he had called his CPA to set up a trust for the family because he thought that he was going to jail. I believe that sources had said that it might have been, and I'm thinking that this was probably in the deposition that Judy shared of the CPA, either Charlie's CPA or Harvey's CPA. One source said that there was some trust set up for the family because they all really did believe that they were going to be arrested. At least Charlie and I guess Harvey thought so. We're not so sure about Donna. These sources will probably be deposed by Charlie's lawyers and also the state, and we'll probably see some of them on the stand whenever this trial happens. The Matsuri wiretap, of course, we have so many incriminating things that Harvey had said in that wiretap tape. So please share your comments below. We can definitely do a part 2 if I missed I missed any. This is definitely an ongoing case. It's definitely unfolding right before our eyes, and I really appreciate everyone's help to get these things organized and to really see if there is a case against Harvey Adelson, and it looks like there is kind of like a little bit more than a circumstantial case. Thank you guys so much for watching. More videos to come, and I'm going to continue the 20 questions series, and I really enjoy everyone's comments and questions, and I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching and liking and subscribing.